Every day, 1 billion hours are being watched on YouTube. That's 114,000 years per day. And it's being watched by you, your clients, and your future clients. In this video, I'll go over how we're going to showcase your experience, your knowledge, and your amazing personality so we can get more attention from your future clients before your competition does. What's up, guys? My name is Brad, and this is the Millennials Guide to Real Estate. This is a station I launched in 2017, mostly for hosting experience. I wanted to know what it's like to be on camera and develop myself there while also delivering a message that I believed in, which is real estate investing, especially when you're young. Now, I still love real estate, I love investing, but I hate the day-to-day. Hate it, hate being a realtor, hated all that stuff. That's where you come in, because that is what you do best, and you've been doing it for a long time, and you've been crushing it, and you can offer so much better knowledge, wisdom, experience, stories than I ever could. So let's turn my station into your platform. What I'll be doing is sending you topics to do videos on. You'll be sending me those videos, and I'll be editing and uploading it. The higher quality the videos, the better I get on the YouTube side, the SEO side, the more eyeballs will be on all of us. And that can only lead to more clients, more questions, more inquiries, more partnerships, more opportunities. And hey, who doesn't want that? Because guess what? The competition, if they're not doing it now, they will be doing it shortly. So with that being said, let's dive into the first thing, which is the equipment you'll need. And guess what? I'm recording this on an iPhone. This is the same thing I text with, same thing that I'm on Bumble and Tinder, and not Grindr, but Bumble and Tinder and Instagram. Same thing, you don't need a fancy camera. I will say that if you have an iPhone 8 or an iPhone 10, it's leaps and bounds better than the older iPhones. Seriously, get an 8 or 10, it's well worth it, especially for these videos. I don't know if I can even record or upload your videos if it's on an iPhone 6 or 7 if the quality is not like this. Also, Android, I don't know what the hell Samsung or Android is, but if it's in the last year or two, it's gonna be high quality and good enough. You'll also need a little tripod for the iPhone. You gotta record horizontally, so it's very tough if you're just placing it up against a book. It's doable, but just understand that a little tripod and a car mount are gonna be clutch. See the links and you'll be able to get each for under $20. Next thing is lighting. Look, great lighting, right? This is pretty sweet lighting. That's because the light is that way, not here. If I put a bunch of lights here, I would look like this shadowy figure and it'd be blown out. Look how beautiful this lighting is, right? Background's not that great, but if I wanna look at the water, where'd I go? Where'd I go? There I am. Doesn't work. You gotta have the light facing you. Frame. Let's see where I am in the frame. I usually am on the left side or one side, so this side I can put text. If I'm right in the middle, which I am now, obviously it's a bit tougher to wrap text all the way around. Next thing is audio. Guess what? Phones are freaking amazing at audio. They're phones. Remember that first use we had this thing for was to talk on it. So it has to record audio very clearly, very crisply. And that's what it does. I don't have any other mic attached. There is something called a lavalier mic, which is great if it's very windy out, because then it's a little cord that goes up, you clip it on, and it'll be you talking to the microphone here, the cord going to the phone. Simple. But that's optional. It's definitely better if you're in a windy environment or a place where there's a lot of background noise. Next up, let's talk about setting. The best location is one that offers credibility or entertainment. This right here doesn't offer either. So let's move to someplace that does. Now this is more like Miami, but I'll be right back in a second because you can also record while you're driving. Now, I don't want to encourage you to take your eyes off the road. However, there are a few perks to recording while you're driving. Number one, the frame is very easy to set up. Two is that the lighting is typically good because you have a windshield on the other side of the camera, which acts as a flash. So depending on the time of day and the direction you're going, the lighting could be phenomenal. You're also not surrounded by all these other distractions like pedestrians or wind or things that can really ruin the video. Yes, there will be some road noise, there will be some honks, but honestly, it adds to the character of the video. And you see movement, you see bumps, you understand that I'm actually doing something, I'm going somewhere, which I think a lot of people can relate to. And lastly, it can just be practice. Honestly, if you are able to focus on the road while delivering a message and being engaging with an audience member, then imagine how good you're going to be when you're actually sitting down with the tripod, with the camera, talking about a subject without having to deal with the road. That's a big thing. Let's quickly talk about how you can appear as wonderfully as possible on camera so people will want to subscribe to the station, email you, ask you questions, and eventually work with you. And it comes down to 3 things: educate, entertain, and inspire. Number 1, educate. You got the knowledge, that's why I'm reaching out to you. You're way more knowledgeable, way more experienced than I ever will be or care to ever be. But it can't stop there. That is not enough. That's why there are 1,000 other stations where people can go and choose and find that same information. What's gonna separate you is your entertainment value and your inspiration. To inspire just means have enthusiasm. Do you believe in a certain neighborhood? Do you believe in a certain topic? You gotta show the passion. If you don't show the passion, you're not gonna inspire anyone to do the same thing. And then entertainment. We want raw, we want real. YouTube is not going to the movie theater. It's all about real life situation. Think of it as reality TV. You wanna be vulnerable, you wanna be honest, you wanna be opinionated. That is what makes people trust you. If you're this perfect polished realtor, well, actually, I think this is a good neighborhood, this one is good as well, and that one is good. Yes, come with me. No, you gotta say, look, I see the most potential in this area. This is great if you're in this type of point in your life, but honestly, if I were you, I would stay away from that area for the next year or 2 while they do this, but this area is gold. That's where you want to invest in, or that's where you want to buy a house. People want that authenticity. Share a story that's embarrassing. If you can self-deprecate, people love that stuff. If you can talk about how you messed up when you were younger and what you learned from it, or a story about a client or another partner in business, and show your chinks in the armor of your armor, because that's what people can relate to, because we've all made mistakes. We all continue to make mistakes. And if you want to build that trust, which is necessary, you got to prove that you're not a know-it-all. You know a lot because you've done it for a long time. I'll brag for you, but don't brag for yourself. Self-deprecate, be humble. I'll be doing all the bragging for you. Some final tips before I go. Number 1 is to focus on your energy, focus on your camera presence more than perfection. Perfection is overrated. Number 2, don't let it linger. Just like that Cranberries song from the 90s, do you have to, do you have to, do you have to let it linger? That's what people are going to be wondering if you have a 3-minute episode that you drag out for 10 minutes. The ideal time is somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes. As long as it's gold, as long as you're offering a lot of value, a lot of entertainment, and a lot of inspiration, it can go longer. But if it's a 3-minute episode that you drag on, people will not want to watch. Right now, you're probably wondering, damn, when is this video gonna end? I can't wait to check my Instagram. I don't blame you. I'm the same way. I want the information, I want it delivered to me as good as possible, as entertaining, educational, and inspirational as possible, and then I want to get on with my life. You've got to keep that in mind. The viewer is just like you. We're all busy, and there's so many ways to get information that it better be gold for us to watch for 8 or 10 minutes. Lastly, before I start melting in the sun, understand that this is going to take a lot of practice. Just staring at this little lens instead of staring at my face on the screen took like 6 months of practice, and that's gonna take practice for you too. I suggest several times a week, not just once a week. It's not consistent enough, but know that the payoff is worthwhile. Whether you're practicing in your car or in your office or downtime, or you're having your wife or husband record and just give you feedback, it's gonna take time. You will get better. It will be worthwhile in 3 years, in 5 years, when you have your own show on Bravo or TLC or whatever garbage station there is out there, and you'll be making even more money doing something more fulfilling. And I hope I can help you on this journey. I am here to help. Watch the video again if it helps. Read the document that I send with this, and I'll be sending you video ideas, and I'll be giving you feedback so that we can all succeed in this together. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.